Let's be honest for a second. There is a specific hour of the day, usually right when the sun starts to dip below the horizon and the air cools down, where driving a convertible is the best feeling on earth. And when that convertible is a BMW E36, you are driving a time capsule of 90s perfection. This isn't just a review of a car, it is a review of a lifestyle. The E36 Convertible, or Cabriolet if we are being fancy, is arguably one of the best-looking drop tops BMW ever produced because it maintains that boxy, sharp-edged beltline that completely disappears on modern cars. But before you rush out and buy one, we need to have a serious heart-to-heart about what you are getting yourself into, because this relationship is high maintenance. Let's start with the roof. Oh boy, the roof. BMW engineered this thing with a complex system of motors, tension straps, and plastic gears. Notice I said plastic. Over 30 years, that plastic becomes brittle, and if you just look at it wrong, it can strip a gear. You have fully automatic tops and semi-automatic tops. The semi-automatic requires you to unlatch the header rail manually, which honestly is better because it is one less motor to break. If you are looking at one of these used and the seller says the top just needs a reset, do not believe them. It usually means you're about to spend a weekend fighting with microswitches and synchronization procedures. But when that top is down, hidden away under the tonneau cover, the lines of this car are unmatched. There is no roll bar sticking up to ruin the silhouette like on the Volkswagen Cabriolet of the same era. It is just clean, flat, and elegant. Now let's talk about the driving dynamics. A lot of purists will tell you to avoid the convertible because of chassis flex. They call it scuttle shake. And yes, if you hit a massive pothole, you're going to feel the windshield frame shimmy a little bit. It's not as stiff as the coupe or the sedan. But are you taking this car to the Nürburgring to chase lap times? Probably not. You are buying this to cruise. And for cruising, the chassis is perfectly fine. It still has that hydraulic steering rack that gives you incredible feedback. You can feel the texture of the road through your fingertips, something electric steering has completely killed in modern cars. Under the hood, you ideally want the 6-cylinder models, the 325i or the 328i. The 4 cylinders are fine for fuel economy, but this car is heavy. BMW added a lot of reinforcement to the floor to make up for the lack of a roof, so it's hundreds of pounds heavier than the coupe. You need that torque from the inline-6 to move it around effortlessly. Plus, with the top down, listening to that engine sing all the way to redline is purely therapeutic. Inside, it's classic 90s German design. Everything is angled toward the driver, but you need to check the door panels. The glue BMW used back then was apparently made from biodegradable wishes because the door pockets and vinyl inserts are notorious for bubbling and falling off. If you find one with a mint interior, buy it immediately. Another tip for you summer cruisers, try to find one with the optional hardtop. It transforms the car into a pillarless coupe for the winter and makes it much more livable year-round. Plus, the hardtops alone are worth a small fortune these days. Mechanically, you're dealing with the usual E36 suspects. The cooling system is the Achilles heel. The water pump has a plastic impeller that likes to shatter, and the radiator neck is plastic that gets brittle and cracks. If you buy one, just budget $500 immediately to replace the radiator, thermostat, water pump, and hoses. It's cheap insurance. Also, check for rust. The jack points and the rear wheel arches are the first places to go. If those are clean, you have a winner. Prices on these are starting to creep up. For a long time, the convertible was the unloved sibling, but people are realizing that it offers a visceral analog driving experience that you literally cannot buy in a showroom today. It smells like leather and gasoline. It vibrates. It makes mechanical noises. It's real. So, is it the ultimate summer cruiser? I think it is. It has enough power to get you in trouble, enough style to turn heads, and enough mechanical quirks to keep you busy in the garage on the weekends. It strikes that perfect balance between a project car and a daily driver. If you can find a manual transmission example in a good color like Hellrot Red or Techno Violet, grab it and don't let go. Put the top down, find a winding back road, and just drive. That is what this car was built for.